This video will be on data practices and using data for grouping. Something that I've really appreciated about blended learning that I didn't necessarily anticipate when I started it was my increased ability to assess the kids so much faster. Simply because they turn it in an online format, I found ways to shorten things or get data much more quickly. And so I can really assess where they're at, what gaps they have so much quicker. I mean, I can even do like a journal activity at the beginning of class, have it submitted online, and be able to get that live data and change something even for that class period because I have it so quickly. As opposed to sometimes in the past, maybe I would have them complete a paper and then turn it in the basket, and then I might get to it in the next 2 or 3 days, and then it might not be relevant by the time I assess. So I've used this same practice in grouping kids for projects. It's helpful because I also almost have so much data on them that I can really group them in better ways. So for example, in US history, last year we did a magazine project where they were really taking the information, the content information that we learned, and they were building a magazine utilizing Adobe programs together, and they had to siphon down the information to what was most important and a theme for their magazine. And this is a big project, and it's difficult for many kids to kind of think through some of those. So I utilized the information that I had gained from some quick assessments on content and in-person assessments on where they're at with resilience and studying to create these groups that they were in, and trying to pair groups that both their personalities and their skill set would work well together, including, intentionally having kids that I know would reach out to some kids that struggle to be engaged and things like that. That's something that I have found is really helpful as a teacher. Is I can make more successful collaborative groups more often. I still let them choose. I still use in-person assessment, whether it's simply their body language in person, as well as combined with some of the things they say to make groups. And then sometimes I just let them pick if they want to be with their friends, and other times I can kind of help push those groups together. But that's something that utilizing blended learning has been helpful for, is that assessment and grouping kids together so that they can be very successful in what they're doing.